What's up, everyone? Good morning. This is Jonathan Mathis, the sports judge. Hope everyone is doing well on this Sunday. It is NFL Sunday. If you like football, this is your day. But right now, I'm going to talk about baseball because the baseball season has come to an end last night after the Astros topped the Phillies in Game 6 to win the franchise's second World Series title. It's their second World Series title in franchise history. The Astros were favorites to win this World Series, even though they were cast as villains. No question about it. And we all know why. And Dodger fans particularly know why. Dodger fans are still bitter. They're still angry about 2017. They haven't gotten past 2017. I've kind of learned to let it go. You know, as tough as it is as a Dodger fan and someone that follows the team closely, it's tough to let it go. But this was an Astros team that only had 5 players remaining from that 2017 Astros team. Only 5. Jordan Alvarez was not on that Astros team in 2017. He was not a part of that team. Chas McCormick wasn't part of the team. Jeremy Pena, who had the postseason of his life, wasn't part of the team. I'm going to be a cool sport and congratulate the Astros. And I know a lot of Dodger fans are going to be mad at me for applauding their victory. They won it. As far as we know right now, there is no evidence of cheating. So we really can't say they cheated. We can accuse them. We can find them guilty based on public opinion because we know how dreadful their past was and what they did in the past. We know that they stole signs electronically. We know they used trash cans and banged on them. We know about their shenanigans. We know what this team's done in the past. But let's congratulate Dusty Baker for winning his first World Series title as a manager. Let's congratulate Trey Mancini. Even though he didn't do much, he didn't really do a damn thing since being traded to the Astros. But let's be generous and kind enough to give him a round of applause, for everything he's gone through in his life. This is a guy who battled through cancer. This is a guy who beat cancer. It's a feel-good story. He got traded from a non-contending Orioles team to a World Series title contender that clinched the World Series title last night. Let's show him some praise. Jordan Alvarez was quiet for much of the series, but his bat came alive last night when they needed him the most. You saw his reaction. You saw his emotions after the ball went soaring through the sky. He tracked the baseball's flight, as it rose beyond the center field fence, high enough to soar into the seats. That was the exclamation point for the Astros, for the Phillies, rather. And I got to tip my hats to the Phillies because the Phillies, they overachieved. This is a team that wasn't supposed to get to the World Series. They went on this magical run. They found a winning formula. They put together wins. And you saw the continuation of an improbable run. Unfortunately for the Phillies, they fall short. It was a heartbreaking loss last night for the Phillies. I was rooting for Bryce Harper. I would love to see Bryce Harper win a ring. He had a breakout year. He had a breakout October. He was simply amazing, remarkable. He was squaring up the baseball. He was getting the barrel on the ball, slapping the ball into all parts of the field, launching home runs, delivering bombs. He was doing everything he could for his Phillies team. And that's the reason why the Phillies bet on him. That's why they gave him a long-term contract. That's why they locked him up. They gave him a bag of money, and he committed to playing in Philly where he wanted to be. And he showed up this postseason. You have Kyle Schwarber delivering bombs himself. He's a power hitter. Nick Castellanos kind of fell off in this series. He had some big hits against the Padres and the Braves. His back kind of woke up, but then he started struggling again. He wasn't able to, connect. He wasn't able to connect. He wasn't able to, pile up enough hits. He was chasing things out of the zone. He was swinging a bit too late, which would result in pop-ups and things of that nature. But once again, Houston delivered a championship with a 4-1 victory over the Philadelphia Phillies. Believe it or not, they had the whole entire time in the back of their mind 2019. They know what happened in 2019. They collapsed. They came home for Game 6 and Game 7, had a chance to close it out, had 2 opportunities to close out the series. And we all talk about it all the time, how hard the closeout game is. We all know how hard it can be to close out a series. The Astros weren't going to let it slip away this time. They learned from that. And, they were just destined to be a World Series champion again. And they're well built. They're well ran by Dusty Baker for years to come. But let's see if Dusty comes back. I think Dusty will remain the manager of this Astros team. I think he's having a blast. He's having so much fun with this young team that he has. And once again, Houston has established itself as a prominent team of this era. The Astros have won 2 titles and 4 pennants in the last 6 seasons. And I can't say enough about the youngster, Jeremy Pena. He's amazing. This kid has a bright future ahead of him. He is going to be a star. And in a month where legends are formed, and when legends are born, Jeremy Pena gave us a glimpse of what the future looks like for the Houston Astros. He's a kid that you can obviously build around. The moment wasn't too big for him. He showed up on the biggest stage under the bright lights. Has some incredible hits, has some big moments. And he was well deserving of the MVP. And he won it. Absolutely. And I kind of knew he was going to win it once the night was over. The stars of Game 6 was Alvarez and their starter, Valdez. Valdez shut it down. He held it down for the Astros. It was a legendary moment for him. And we talked about how good of a bullpen the Houston Astros have. They are immeasurably deep. They have pitchers who can pitch for days. And that's why they were favorites to win, because they had more in their bullpen. They had quality arms in their bullpen. They had a pretty decent starting rotation. And the Phillies coming into this series, they were underdogs. They were underdogs the entire way. But half of America, if not most of America, was rooting for the Phillies. A lot of people were rooting for the Phillies because, again, no one likes the Houston Astros. The Houston Astros is the most scorned team in Major League Baseball. Outside of Houston, nobody wants to see the Astros maintain this level of success. Everyone wants to see this team drop dead in October. But you got guys in that lineup that can produce. You saw Alvarez. I admire his handiwork. I like what he brings to this Astros team. And that is an array of power. We saw that last night. He demonstrated that. He had a 3-run, 6-inning homer that landed someplace out there in the stands. It went 450 feet. It was a blast of Golasso proportions. Let me tell you, that was one hell of a swing. He smoked that baseball. That baseball might be sitting on the moon somewhere. I mean, because that's just how hard he hit it. And I mean, he connected. But these are not the Astros of 2017. These Astros may very well be the best team ever assembled in franchise history. This is a group that won 106 games in the regular season. They swept both postseason series against American League opponents. And they managed to beat the underdog Phillies. Their first loss didn't come until game 1 of the World Series, in which they haven't been very successful in game 1s of World Series. We've seen that. I think they're 0-5 in game 1s in World Series history, I believe. But then Valdez was simply amazing. He held Philadelphia to 1 run in 6 innings in game 6. And Pena, he supplied 2 more hits, kind of set the stage for Alvarez to come up and get the big knock. And that pretty much summarized the way the night went. The Astros, once again, are crowned World Series champs. Valdez was able to outlast Philly starter Zach Wheeler. You know, who I seem to believe when he's on, man. He has this fastball that is lethal. And when he's attacking the zone, he's almost impossible to hit. You know, but does some of this fall on Rob Thompson? A lot of people are criticizing him today. He's under a lot of scrutiny and criticism for sticking with the aggression that powered his pitching decisions all postseason long, it seems. But it was not Zach Wheeler who served up the home run to Alvarez. It was the reliever, Jose Alvarado, that, served up the home run. I mean, sometimes we take a gamble. That's what baseball is. It's sometimes you have to make the gusty calls, and you think sometimes you're making the right calls, and it ends up not going in your favor. Things kind of spiral out of control sometimes. And again, the Astros, they had power in their lineup. They had guys that can hit. And I understand, Dodger fans. I understand the pain. It pains a lot of you to see that the Astros won another World Series title. But again, The Astros were deep. You know, they were stacked. They had great versatility. They had a slew of talent in their lineup and even in their bullpen. Ryan Presley came on, got the save, secured the World Series victory. Kyle Tucker makes the final catch in right, shallow right, in foul territory. Game over. Astros are World Series champions again. And I mean, the Astros will never be this lovable team. You know, there will always be so much animosity towards them because of what this team has done in the past. Because this team did cheat. We have the evidence that they did cheat. Yes, their players did bang on trash cans. Yes, their players did have hidden video cameras. Yes, their players did steal signs electronically. They cheated. Absolutely. They cheated the Dodgers out of the World Series in 2017, but this is 2022 now. It is what it is. Again, I'm going to show great sportsmanship. I'm going to congratulate the Houston Astros on their World Series title. And I'm going to also congratulate the Phillies because the Phillies, they overachieved to get to where they ended up. Unfortunately, they fall short in the end, but ultimately, they're winners as well. So congratulations to the Phillies. Congratulations to the Astros. Congratulations to Dusty Baker. And congratulations to the young rookie who won the MVP, Jeremy Pena. I'll talk to you guys later. I'm going to finish drinking my coffee now. It's probably gotten a little cold. I might have to heat it up. I've been sitting here talking with you guys for the last 17 minutes now. But you guys enjoy the NFL games today. There's a lot of great games today. The matchup I'm looking forward to seeing is the Bills and the Jets. The Jets have improved in recent weeks. Since Zach Wilson has come back, he has given them a spark. And things are trending upward for the Jets, it seems. And I'm waiting to see that matchup with Sauce Gardner and Stephon Diggs. That's going to be a great matchup. That's a matchup to watch out for. That game is at 10 o'clock, so I'll be tuned in for that. I'll be watching. The Rams play the Bucks later. We got Sunday Night Football tonight, the Chiefs and the Titans. That should be a good one as well. But I'll talk to you guys later. I'm getting out of here now. You guys enjoy the rest of your Sunday. Be safe. Stay positive. Do great things. Have a great day, everyone. I'm checking out of here. Don't forget, before I go, subscribe to this channel. Give this video a thumbs up and share this. Thank you guys. Once again, I'm out.